All right. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of RLR Unboxing. We've got our monthly board game Bento box for the month of February. I don't remember what the theme is, so let's jump right into it, open it up, and see what we got. All right, let's see what we got. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I love it. Right off the bat. Oh, I love it. Oh, you guys, this one is great. Oops. We're going to move the microphone here. This one is great. I can already tell. Oh, the theme. It's a space. The Final Frontier. That's right. The Final Frontier. It's space things. Epic. Epic. You can see it right off the bat. We're going to jump right into it. It is Tiny Epic Galaxies. This is such a fun game. I love it. Even better, it's made by Gamelin Games. It's published by Gamelin Games, made by Scott Alms, a local developer here in Phoenix, Arizona. This is, oh my God, I am so excited about this. This is awesome. It's Tiny Epic Galaxies. It literally is a very tiny box. And all the pieces, everything, it's all in there. There's a whole series of the Tiny Epic games. I backed Tiny Epic Kingdoms on Kickstarter recently. Their new, it's a relaunch or deluxe edition or something like that, plus an expansion. I just backed Tiny Epic Western. That just finished on Kickstarter as well. And I saw something on Twitter the other day. They were doing a little contest or something to guess the acronym for their next Tiny Epic games. But if you've never played any of the Tiny Epic games, they are awesome. They're epic. God, this is so cool. Deluxe edition as well, it says. I just played this for the first time a couple weeks ago, about a month ago maybe, at my local game group. A board game meetup group, and it was so much fun. I loved it. I absolutely loved it, and I wanted to play it because I backed two of the other Tiny Epic series games. That's awesome. That is such an amazing start. Tiny Epic Galaxies. So, control a series of spaceships to colonize and harvest planets, upgrade your galaxies, gain access to more ships, more dice. Tiny Epic Galaxies is driven by an exciting dice rolling mechanic that rewards thoughtful programming of the results. You are the ruler of your galaxy, and there are no limits to your expansion. Includes the deluxe edition.
That's cool.
Tiny Epic Galaxies, you can hear a little rant there. He's in the background. Tiny Epic Galaxies by Gamelin Games, probably the most on-point game in this month's box. You've got your spaceships, your strange planets, your resource gathering. If I have a new gamer over for a game night and they tell me they like space, this is the first game I'm grabbing off the shelf. That's awesome. So, like I said, the theme is, I'm going to step back just a bit. The theme is the Final Frontier. Selection of space-based board games out there is big, really big. You just won't believe how vastly, hugely, mind-bogglingly big it is. It's an evocative setting for science, adventure, and mystery, both for original games and for spacefaring spin-offs. The Final Frontier won't be our last science fiction board game bento, so we tried to stick pretty tightly to the space exploration that theme implies. Awesome. So, ooh, what are these? Metal coins to motivate you as a space entrepreneur. We're including a set of 4 futuristic metal coins from Minion Games. They're meant as an upgrade to Starship merchants, creating a new denomination. Okay, so it's for one of the games. It's an upgrade for one of the games. So it's a new denomination, 100 credits. Okay. Wow, you can hear the metal there, and you can see them. They're pretty nice. So it's an upgrade for one of the games that's in here. So we'll get to that in a minute. If you're worried about throwing off the game's economy, we recommend making sure there's always 400 total credits in a pool outside the normal space bank. Okay. These double-sided coins are made out of zinc and weigh about the same as a U.S. penny. Yeah, they've got some heft to them. They're basically the currency of the future. Nice. An economic engine type game, an economic engine building game, which I really like. 2 to 4 players, ages 10 plus, 45 minutes. Starting with Mars Need Mechanics by Nevermore Games. Retro Future is such a fun playground to tinker around in. I don't think any 19th century engineer seriously considered evaporated water the best power source for extraplanetary travel. Just like I doubt monocle sales around the time were particularly high. But you can't stop me from pretending to adjust one and saying, "Tut tut, let's steam up these engines and get our posteriors to Mars." London, 1873, a handful of elite steam engineers compete for the prestigious appointment aboard mankind's first rocket to Mars.
Unique game mechanisms emphasize timing to collect sets of components and build incredible mechanisms aimed at earning cogs. At the end of the competition, the best engineer earns their placement as astronautical engineer on the crew of the HMS Victoria VII. So yeah, it does seem like it is a bit of economic engine building type game, which I really like. I like economic engine games. I actually just played a fun one, again, at my game group a couple weeks ago called, oh my gosh, Exoplanets. It was a Kickstarter game about a year ago, so from Poland, I want to say. But one of the guys in the group backed it. It's called Exoplanets. Really cool game. Really cool. I really liked it. Okay. Last game in the box. Starship Merchants, developed by Tom Lehman and Joseph Huber, published by Toy Vault. Very cool. And so that's what these upgrades are for here. This one looks pretty neat. Boy, I may have to skip going out to the bar tonight and play some games. Starship Merchants by Toy Vault struck a particularly nostalgic chord from my BBS days. Just typing BBS reminds me how far we've advanced in the internet age. I would not go back. This isn't a time travel box. But I love getting a game to the table that reminds me of those nights in the 90s spent playing Trade Wars. 2 millennia after the dawn of space travel, the galaxy hums with prosperity and peace, but as mankind and its neighbors colonized the stars, the burgeoning need for resources was apparent. As a plucky entrepreneur, you must explore the edges of space, searching for precious minerals. Will you buy the fastest ship in the sector? Can you afford to hire the best pilot in the galaxy? The cosmos and mountains of wealth are calling. Also does seem like an economic engine type game. You know, gather resources, collect them, use them to buy upgrades and ships and parts and stuff, things like that. In order to, think of, typically with an economic engine game, it a lot of times will take that one step further where you're not just collecting resources. Oh, it's my turn. I'm going to collect this and I'm going to collect this. The game continues to provide resources with you. A very good example is Settlers of Catan. You place your buildings, your settlements, your cities, whatnot, and as the dice are rolled, it generates resources. So there's the strategy involved in placing your buildings on specific areas, on the high numbers or the common numbers that are going to be rolled, and those generate the resources for you, creating that economic engine that then you use to build more with and whatnot. So kind of along that line. So they both kind of seem like that. Tiny Epic Galaxies, it is a little bit as well. So I'm going to crack right into these. These look amazing. I cannot wait to play them. Starting with this, I can't rave enough. Seriously, Tiny Epic Galaxies, any of the Tiny Epic games. We should have Tiny Epic Kingdom in a week or two, honestly. I've been following the shipment, the shipping, the cargo ship that it was on, got to the U.S. just a couple days ago. I think they sent out an update that the games are in their shipping warehouse, so they should be shipping out really soon. So we'll be getting Tiny Epic Kingdom very soon. Tiny Epic Western looks really cool because it combines all this elements with a kind of a three card poker as well. So it looks really cool. But check those out. It's Gamelyn Games, GAMELYN, or you can click the link down below the YouTube video. And Scott Alms. Scott Alms makes some great games. I actually have another game that I backed by him on Kickstarter called Loop Inc. And that's a game of time travel for fun and profit. And it's a really cool one. Also, economic engine building type stuff. But that's a really neat one. So, looking at the components in here, they really do go, take the Tiny Epic, the tiny portion seriously. So in the box, there's also some clarifications on planet actions. Got your rule book. These are the player boards. So all the different colors. Each player has a board, just in various colors. And then this is, I don't remember this, the activation bay. Oh, it's the converter. It's as you roll the dice and play them. Rogue Colony, Epic Rogue Galaxy, Hard Rogue Galaxy. I wonder if this is for solo play. I don't know. I didn't see this on the back. This, I'll have to look that up. That looks really cool. But the standard gameplay is right here, and so you've got how many dice you're rolling, how many ships you have, which control how many ships you can send out, and your energy here, and I believe this is victory points. But you're upgrading your empire. These are, I don't remember what these are here. That looks like this is for the expansion. Epic Satellites and Super Weapons expansion. Okay, cool. So here's all the components. They're just little, wooden components. You've got the little rocket ships there. You can see the yellow rocket ships if I can get it in the camera. So they've all got their ships. You got rocket ships, and you've got your energy cubes here, and you've got, I believe these are victory points here, the little cylinders. Oh, no, there's the little, it's like a pentagon, or it's like a hexagon, and then the cubes. Like it's been about a month or so, so I don't remember exactly everything, but it is fun. It's got unique specialized dice with the different sides on it and whatnot, but it's 7 dice, and then these are all the planet cards in here. They're good quality cards, good solid deck, and good materials and stuff. But you can see it is. I mean, the components are very tiny. It's got the expansion, which is awesome, and it's. I mean, this box, it basically fits in the palm of my hand very easily. So that's another really cool thing about the tiny Epic games, is they're very portable. There's not a lot to them. Very easy to take with you on the go. Play anywhere. It's 1 to 5 players, 30 minutes, ages 14 and up. Let's look at Mars Needs Mechanics next. All right. Ooh. Competition manual. Okay, so this is just the rule book. Very large print, very large pictures. I like that. Okay. Just some mechanisms in depth. A guide to the mechanisms in depth. Various mechanisms that you can get. Some stickers that are going to go on something. A couple punch boards to punch out the cogs, various pieces, game parts and stuff. Looks like this is our game board or our scoring board, which is going to track everything. So just a bifold board. Okay. There's the spaceship. There's a bunch of token markers to move along, whatnot. And looks like a couple decks of cards here. Okay. So I think these are our mechanisms. And then, okay. So not bad. It's a very big box for not a lot of stuff. I mean, all these pieces are going to be punched out and are going to go in here, but still doesn't need that much room. So, I mean, they could have done with a smaller box. I'm not going to gripe or complain about that or anything, but still. This is 2 to 4 players, 45 minutes. It doesn't actually have an age on here. There it is. Age is 10 plus. So, Mars Needs Mechanics. Okay. Starship Merchants. Ages 2 to 4 players. Ages 14 and up. A little ding on the edge of the box there. That's unfortunate. Alright. Smug looking captain there. Rulebook. Wow. A lot of components. 79 cards. 150 tokens.
Oh, you son of a...
Lot of stuff. Shipyard, the market, the belt. Okay. Looks like there's a lot to this game. A lot. So we got the game board here. Okay. So it's a, quad fold game board. There it is. Yeah, shipyard, dock, market, belt. So very big game board. Let me put it on the camera so you can see it. But nice big space. Looks like plenty of room, which I like. I hate when, there's not enough room for some. A lot of punch boards. Well, there's 2 punch boards here. A lot of pieces to punch out there. Those look like maybe credits. I don't know. Loan tokens down here. So a lot of stuff to punch out. Very small. I mean, they're only about an inch square or so. Ooh, a very nice velvet bag. I like games that include bags like this for putting the tokens in and things like putting the components in. But, very nice velvet or velour. I don't know what it is. A drawstring bag. So that's really nice. When you have a lot of little pieces like that, that's nice to have. Looks like player tokens. They're just little plastic spaceships. I mean, you can hear them. Starship merchants, quick guides. Some quick guides there. Oh, I like this too. Bunch of little tiny plastic bags. A lot more games are doing this. They're giving these little plastic bags to put the components in separately. I really like that. That plus the velvet bag. Very big bag for the larger components. Very nice. Bonus points in my book for that. So for all you game developers out there, if you ever do anything like that, if you have a lot of little pieces or anything, include some plastic bags, little plastic baggies to put them in, things like that. You know, it makes it so easy and nice. And like I said, I really like it. I don't know what these are for. Please accept our generous gift of higher quality grapples for the low price of 3 credits. I don't know. Please destroy the $5 credit grapples included in this game. They are now obsolete and totally worthless. Also, all grapples tokens should be now considered to be worth 3 credits. Or okay, interesting. So these are the cards. Very small. I don't like small cards. I mean, they have places for them to fit on the board and stuff, and so you can kind of see, and they do fit right in there. I just don't like small cards. I got big hands, so I don't know. Personal preference, that's all. These looks like player game boards, maybe. Actually, no, there's a lot of them here, so I'm not sure what these are. Because there's a dozen or so here, so there's 2 to 4 players. I don't think there's anything else in there. Okay. Nope. So again, another really big box and stuff. Doesn't need to be, but they've got the separator in here. Everything, you know, see, that's the thing. Everything fits nice and comfortably into this little section here in the middle. You know, I mean, yeah, let me put these in there. There's the big pieces here, and there's the board and whatnot, but, you know, these punch boards, I don't know, they could have made the box this size of the game board. They could have made it this size, and then, you know, made the punch boards a little bit smaller. Yeah, they probably would have had to do 3 punch boards instead of 2, you know, but they would have, you know, been able to cut the box down by 2/3, so, I don't know. Again, it's just personal preference, that's all it is. So, not a big deal. It's not enough for me to, you know, I haven't played the game, so it's not enough for me to knock the game over, you know, to you know, anything like that, but still. You know, if I can find something to bitch and whine about, I will. So, so that is this month's board game bento. Mars Needs Merchants, Starship, oh no, Mars Needs Mechanics, Starship Merchants, and Tiny Epic Galaxies. Plus a magnet and a game token upgrade for Starship Merchants. That is this month's board game bento box, the final frontier. Some excellent space-themed games. I can't wait to play all of them, especially Tiny Epic Galaxies. I cannot rave enough about that game and about that series in general. So check it out, seriously. The links to all the games will be in the description below. And if you like the video, make sure to follow us on YouTube or like us on YouTube. I don't know. Follow, like, subscribe, whatever verb action you do on YouTube. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Yeah, subscribe on YouTube. I think that's right. I don't know. But check it out. And if you're interested in picking up your own subscription, go to boardgamebento.com. They don't have any sort of affiliate program. If they had something that I could throw out, give you a discount, you guys know I would. Love to share that with you guys. But again, about $65 a month. We got 3 more games this month. And so can't wait to play them. And once we hit our 5 gameplays, we'll post reviews up here on this YouTube channel. And until next time and next month, thank you so much for watching. We will see you next month when our theme is Showdown. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next month.